Hello and welcome to another episode of the Harvest Season. My name is Cody.
And my name is Bev.
And we are here today to talk about cottagecore games. Woo! As always, transcripts are available in the show notes and on the website. And today, this episode, we are talking about Window Garden, the lo-fi idle game. Super cute. Been very excited to talk about this. We've been playing it for a few months now. Excited to hear how far you are, Bev. We haven't talked about it at all. And so, so that's the main topic. We always, as always, have some news. There's some interesting news going on today. But before that, Bev, what have you been up to?
I have been dying at work.
No.
Yeah. But in terms of, I guess, what I've been playing, I've been doing a lot of Marvel Strike Force. Recently, I got back into that for whatever reason. I thought, yes, I need a gacha game back into my life. In addition to, I guess, just keeping up with Twisted Wonderland. I'm not doing so much in the way of console games because I just feel like I don't have a lot of time for it. But I did recently get the old Jedi game. Was it Fallen Order?
Okay.
Not Jedi Survivor, because that's the new one, but the previous one, which was on sale from May the 4th. So I started, I have an hour in there.
Okay.
Since then.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, I also, it has been a while since we talked about your background garden.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, your backyard garden? Do you still have that? Is that still a thing? Is it getting ready this year?
We do. So it was falling into disarray over the winter and at the end of, I think, fall of last year. But now it's spring, so it's a whole new year and we've reset. We actually redid our whole backyard.
Wow.
So we got new pavers in and no longer have to deal with weeds anymore, which is fantastic.
Love that.
So we also bought new furniture out there. So we're actually gonna get to sit outside under an umbrella and have enjoyment in our space without a whole bunch of stuff everywhere. Since it was getting bad, so we got rid of a lot of stuff back there because I had working projects for the house, and that just never happened. And then we're just gonna accept that this is a project that is no longer taking place.
That is the worst when you have to I'm actually probably also about to have to do that because I have a roommate moving in and I have to clean out this room. And so there's going to be a lot of stuff that's okay, I've had this thing for this hard drive for forever that I said I was going to go through. I don't even remember what's on it. Do I actually need this? I don't know. Or I'll just throw it in that memory box and maybe one day I'll do it, but I don't need to have it on my desk anymore.
Right, exactly. At one point, it's been a year or so that this project hasn't been worked on. So it's is it actually going to happen at this point? Probably not.
Yeah.
So we bought some new
herbs
and have them hanging instead of in the bed. We haven't used the bed yet.
Okay.
Because last time it got it got overgrown too quickly with the squashes and tomatoes. So we're we're going to start smaller and have them separate so that they don't get angry and start quarreling with each other.
Yeah.
And my partner, Taylor, has been mostly working on the backyard, but they've been enjoying the gardening much more than I have been.
Well, that's lovely, though, that it's there and, you can get out there and do some stuff if you want, but that it's also not gonna... Unlike my yard, my backyard just got fenced, and I had these grand designs of I'm gonna clean this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's not happening. Surprise. I mean, every now and then I go out there with the dogs and I kick the ball for them, and then they find a stick to chew on or whatever, and they chill. And then I'll go out and pull up some of that garlic mustard. Ooh, garlic mustard. It's the worst. Pull up some of that. Pull up some other stuff that is just a non-native that is taking over the beds. Because there's a couple of areas where there's not grass that I could make wildflower beds. And then I do also have a raised fenced bed that I am hoping to put veggies in this year, but I should probably be doing that like now, I guess. So we'll see.
I mean, there's still time. It doesn't have to be now.
I really want zucchinis because I love just the, like, always having zucchini. Like, I love hearing from my friends who have zucchini plants that they're like, it just won't stop. Like, I just want that. I want to make zucchini bread like every week, you know, or be the person that's like, zucchinis are like falling out of my pockets and I'm like, please take my zucchinis. Because I have friends that are that way, but I want to be that person just once in my life. Just once.
Makes sense. We also got our fence redid, which is nice because now you don't have like those like gaps in between the slots, I guess, or the whatever they're called. So it feels like we have a lot more privacy, and our like decrepit like gate is not just like literally just being supported by the fence because it's not connected at that point. And we set up like a zip line for the cats.
Oh my
so
gosh.
we can bring them out.
So like you just clip them to the zip line and they get to do whatever they want. Oh my gosh. Freaking adorable.
And got like some bird feeders so we can attract the birds, so the cats can look at them and get some enrichment through the windows.
Very sweet.
I know one thing that Taylor had mentioned, like we want to do is like maybe possibly using the beds for like just local pollinator plants, but we haven't gotten around to doing that. So I think we'll probably be planting that as well.
I mean, no, that works either way. Like it's, you know, either you're even a lot of like fruits and vegetables that you might grow in there are going to produce a flower usually at some point. But yeah, depending on if you're living in a really urban environment, it might be good to also have some of that pollinator flowers as well to support the local populations.
Yeah, it's not super urban, but it's pretty suburban. So I wouldn't mind like just having some more. And it feels like I think Taylor's probably thinking it's going to be less work than the veggies, but I don't know if that's actually the case.
I mean, you're gonna have to weed in there, for sure.
Exactly.
And it, depending on what kind of wildflower mixes you spread, it might be difficult to determine what's a weed and what was meant to be in there. I think that's the issue that I always have with that kind of stuff. So my plan for wildflowers this year is literally, while I'm doing my field research, just grab seed pods. Be like, I can tell this is a goldenrod from last year. I'm just gonna yoink, like grab everything. If there are any seed pods that didn't like dispense their seeds, and just toss them in my backyard and hope that they grow.
Beautiful.
Milkweed, goldenrod, lots of different goldenrods that are native to this area that just support a plethora of things. On the non-gardening side, I have been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I now almost have Daisy all the way maxed out.
Oh, yay.
And Mike Wazowski, who are the only two characters that I did not have all the way maxed out. So I am about to be done on that.
Amazing.
And then I would have to pay for content to have content. I think I'll just wait, though. And then Minecraft Fox still going strong. I never posted pictures like I said I would last week, but I did. I took them, so I have a
You're
bunch
halfway there.
I have a bunch of pictures. I just never posted them. So yeah, I have that still going on. The tail is now finished, and I'm now working on the body, and we're building up the sanctuary part of it that's on the top, which is really cute. There's just foxes all over. And then I'm trying to find what I want to play next. And I went on Game Pass, and there were a bunch of those like simulation games, like Power Washing Simulator and like Cooking Simulator. And I was like, oh, I want to try some of these. Like, I love watching videos of people power wash. Like, well, let me try this. But I do also have one of my best friends is playing SnowRunner, which is like a game where you pilot rescue vehicles to save people from like if they're stuck in the snow or whatever, or you also just like deliver things in the snow. And they have a bunch of different types of vehicles that you can use, and I guess you can play that multiplayer cross-platform. So
cool.
He could be like, well, I'm going to grab this vehicle, and I know that we're going to need this other vehicle, so can you go grab that real quick? And I'll be like, heck yeah. And then I'll run him off the road because I'm a menace to society. So we'll see how long that lasts. I think it'd be fun though.
I forgot Dreamlight Valley was a thing.
Oh, it's so good. It is so. I mean, I also should probably go back to Coral Island. There's all those updates that are coming out. And
yeah, I was playing a lot of Coral Island prior to, I think, May the 4th, and then I stopped around then. But
I think
I realized like I'm probably gonna want to start a new island as soon as the 1.1. So I was like, maybe this is where I'll stop for now.
Right. Yeah, I don't even think I made it past summer in that game. So I still have a lot that I can do. I planted some things, and then I was like, ooh, hyperfixate on the ocean cleanup, and then that was my life. And then every now and then I'd find his name's not Simon, is it?
No.
The museum guy.
Oh goodness.
Well, that guy.
Okay, I can picture him, but I can't see his name.
That Hottie McCotterton. That person, I cannot believe I blanked on his name. I just go and give him Scott. I knew it started with an S. Yeah, I go and give him gifts whenever I see him. And sometimes he's like, wow, I love it. And sometimes it's like, you can't give him anything. You've already done it. I'm like, oh. So.
I realize that mayonnaise works for like everyone essentially, so that's just been my go-to.
That's ridiculous.
It's a really weird gift. Like I want them to comment on how weird it is, but they're all like, "Oh, delicious, thanks."
The cool thing is he takes like a lot of artifacts and stuff, like anything that's an artifact, because he's a museum guy,
right?
And so he's always like, "Wow, this is awesome, thank you," and I'm like, "Heck yeah!" Like
I sell those. I'm like, nope, sorry, Scott.
I do sell a lot of them too. Well, so I give the museum one, like I fill it the museum with everything, but then, yeah. So yeah. Other than that, just trying to figure out what to do with my life after getting a lot of tattoos, and then I gotta save money. I got a tattoo yesterday, and then I have another one next week. So actually, another 2 next week. It's one sitting, but I'm getting one on each of my elbows. So
wait, on your elbows?
It's not going to be like on the elbow, but it's like the forearm right below the elbow.
Okay.
It's like a symbol, so that when I like hold up my arms like I'm going to fight you, you're going to see them both. You're going to be like, oh wow, she's got these symbols that are space themed and fire themed. Like, she's intense. I
love that.
I didn't realize that I have one of my forearms is going to be orange themed and one's going to be purple themed so far. Because I have a lot of like fox stuff on the right one. The right forearm is my fox forearm, and that's the one that's going to have fire, and it's going to end up with a Minecraft fox, and I'm going to put a Alolan Vulpix and a regular Vulpix and a shiny Alolan Vulpix like napping together.
Oh,
just like. I want like one of them to be like eeping on their back, and then the other one's just like has like their head on the tummy of the other one, and they're just eeping. I don't know. It just seems so cute.
I love that.
But yeah, a lot of orange are going to be on that one, and then the other one's the one with my Wurmple, which has purple in it, and then it's going to be like a purpley space themed one.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to stick to that theme though.
I recently saw a TikTok with like someone doing a sword for like different degrees. So it was like themed with like the law one having like the arms of like justice or whatever that's called. And the biology one had like molecular like hexagonal like shapes with the molecular. There was a marine biology one with like a nurse shark on it. And I was like, this is going to be my reward when I finish my degree.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna get this.
Oh yeah, have you explained your news on?
I don't think I've done it on the podcast.
Okay,
yet.
what do we got? What do we got?
So I have been.
I'm drum rolling.
Amazing. I got into law school.
Woo!
And officially accepted. So I'll be starting this fall. So scrambling around trying to get that figured out and remind myself how to do financial aid.
That's right, y'all. We're gonna have a doctor and a lawyer on this podcast.
Yeah.
Don't mess with us.
Do not. You cannot come at us at any angle.
I will either stab you with a bunch of pins or pesticide you. And then I will be free from the law because
So I got your back.
Homies, help, homies. Oh, so funny. Well, congratulations. That's so amazing.
Thank you.
I know that you were really nervous about that and unsure if you were going to get in. And then when you got it, I remember like gasping really loud. And my roommate was like, is everything okay? And I was like, they got in. And he was just like, he had no idea. And I was like, my friend, they got into law school. I'm so proud of them.
Oh.
So
I think I was also like gasping or something, and like Taylor was like, "Are you okay?" I think also similar reaction of like, or maybe I don't think I screamed. I think it was like a very quiet like, I just got into law school or something like that.
So exciting, so exciting. Well, we are 18 minutes in. Sorry, Al. Moving on to
Al
the news.
loves us.
They do. Like everyone on the podcast, I feel like we could talk for like ever, and he's not going to cut anything out because we gonna sue you. Okay. Moving on. We've got just a small bit of news, but it's interesting this week. Starting off with just the fact that the Wholesome Direct is going to be on the 8th of June at noon Eastern time, because Eastern time is all that matters. So if you are in a different time zone, figure it out.
Do the math.
Al said, thank goodness it's not on a Wednesday again. Probably because we record on Wednesdays, so we don't want the like news to drop, you know. Oh, I guess there was the last time it happened. I think we literally watched it together, or like watched it, and then we were like, okay, let's go. Let's record. It was all super fresh. So yeah, that's going to be June 8th, less than a month. And if you don't know what the Wholesome Direct is, what are you doing here?
Look into it.
First of all, what are you doing here? And second of all,
right?
Quote, a vibrant lineup of artistic, uplifting, and emotionally resonant games from developers of all sizes from around the world. Developers of all sizes. Oh, so like big developers and small developers. I was like...
Tall ones and short ones, you know.
Children develop?
Oh, goodness.
Excited about that. Always excited to see what I will begrudgingly spend money that I don't have on.
Right. And don't have time to actually play now.
For sure. Animal Crossing, speaking of money, Animal Crossing Lego, new sets are coming. So I think when the only information that we had at the time that Al put this information in was that they're coming on August 1st. There's a couple different sets, and there's a small video of KK Slider playing the guitar on Lego. And in the video, they say, love that they have to say Lego KK minifigure does not actually sing or move. Like that's like
it should.
I'm like, what?
Like, how dare they advertise a KK Slider that doesn't actually sing?
Yeah. The audacity. So yeah, but since that news dropped, they are out now. They are not out, but they are on the webs. We can see them. We can see what there is. They are coming soon. So we have two. We have at least two so far as of recording. We have KK's concert at the Plaza. This one is going to be $80 USD. Probably not including tax because that's how capitalism works. In it, we have KK, Isabel, and Audi. I don't know how people would want to say that.
I don't know.
Okay, the wolf, the orange wolf, who is carrying around a cherry ice cream. Looks very cute. This set includes the plaza front, a small cafe stand, KK's van, a guitar, a mic, a recycle box, a boom box, a bunch of other stuff. But in the description of this, something caught my attention. And nothing in the images on the website explains what this is possibly going to be. But quote, just like in the video game, the tree conceals a surprise. They also say, and the residence service flag is customizable. I don't really care about that. What? The tree?
Is it just gonna be a leaf that's gonna like fall out? Like, what is this mechanic?
I mean, there is a leaf on the ground in this picture, but that's not like a surprise.
That's not a surprise. That's just
it's a leaf,
an icon that's falling out.
Is it like a wasp? Do we get wasps?
I want like a full.
I want the hive.
Like, I want a full bed to fall out of it.
I want a little leaf.
Like defying like physics, like just coming out of.
Oh, you mean like the leaf, like when they fall, when the like symbol of the leaf falls out, not the like, not the little
like
orange
you
leaves
shake
that
it,
they have.
and then the leaf comes down, with the furniture item,
maybe,
or whatever it is.
But I want the wasp nest. Actually.
Oh! Actually, I want that now.
Yeah. Oh, I love how earlier when I was looking at this, it said coming soon on August 1st, and now on the website it just says coming soon on date.
On date? Oh dear.
The website's having some issues. What do you think of this set, Bev?
I think it looks very cute. I think the van's a little random. Do we even have the van?
Know.
And we don't have the van in the game, so
I don't know.
Is this like a nod to Pocket Camp? Because
does KK have a van in Pocket
I don't know.
Camp?
I feel like there were vans in there. I don't know. I haven't played it in years.
I don't know. It like opens up like a transformer, and he's inside with like what looks like a pizza and a coffee. And you can take because it's like a camper van, so you can take the top off, and the top you can put his guitar and one of his music's in there.
I don't know.
It's just it's real.
It looks very cute.
Yeah.
I love how KK Slider looks, but I'm not willing to pay, I think, $80 for it. Al, I'm sorry. Like, you can collect them for me.
Al,
I will live vicariously through you.
We need to live vicariously. The other one is Fly with Dodo Airlines. And this one is $38 USD. It includes Wilbur the pilot and Tangy the cat. Tangy. I've never been.
I feel like Tangy.
Tangy,
maybe.
okay.
Or it could probably go either way.
That's the thing, is I'm never sure if they're going for like tangy, like the flavor,
is fluid.
or tangy, like tangerine.
It is what you want it to be.
It's the orange cat with the little leaf on his noggin. This one includes the airport, the dock, the plane, like a little ticket.
Specifically the blue airport.
Oh, I didn't know.
In case that matters.
Different airport. Okay.
Well, I only know that because I was resetting for Blue Airport and got lazy and like settled for a green one, and then Taylor doesn't care about the airport and got a blue one on the first go. So salty
is tradition
about the blue one.
As is tradition. So yeah, those two are coming out August 1st. So if you have disposable income and think that these are super cute, I'm not gonna lie, if they came out with one that had Blue Bear in it, or Raymond, I might drop down some money. Probably not, but like I would seriously think about it, and then my wallet would be like, don't you do it. I'd be like, okay.
I would not be surprised if once they're done doing all these buildings that they'll just release the individual characters.
My almost soul like just left my body.
Like a mystery pack too. Like I can see them doing that and making it like a collectible. Like what's in the pack?
I just want Blue Bear. I love Blue Bear. I don't know why I love Blue Bear so much, but I just love Blue Bear. Moonstone Island has a new blog post. Excuse me. And just before we get into the details of the blog post, they wrote it as if the in-game characters wrote the blog. So it's amazing. Like, hey, Osano here, like, here I'm going to talk about. And then it's like, hey, it's this other character. Osano got anxious and needed to take a break, so I'm here. So, like, it's kind of hard with the way that they use that voice. Like, I don't know what is, like, a legit thing that's coming out versus what is just them extemporizing, you know, like, and just, like, saying things. Like, what's the characters just saying things. Like, they say something like how in the new DLC, which is magic themed, that there's going to be a lectern from which you can like speak or whatever. And I'm like, okay, is there going to be like a mechanic with the lectern, or is it literally just an item?
Oh.
Or is it like you go to the lectern and you speak and do something and it does something? Like, it's not super clear to me. Also, they have the DLC and the free update coming, and I read the DLC and I was like, okay, cool, items. And then it was like free update, and I was like, oh, this is also this is also items. Like, it's just that the DLC is magic themed items, and that you can change the outside of your house.
I'm feeling like these are just items.
Okay,
probably.
So why is it paid versus the other one not being paid?
Oh, I meant like the lectern is just an item. Like isn't.
Yeah, but if they're all just items and it doesn't add any like content other than aesthetic things, like I don't know. I'm getting way too deep into the mental weeds here. We'll probably get more information.
It's because it's themed. That's why. Like, it's not just like random things. Maybe that's how they're trying to sell it. It's like you want a witchy, like, I don't know, witchy house. Or
yeah, it doesn't.
I haven't played this game.
It doesn't really say like what all is included, what is in each thing. Like, it's kind of like not, because they also talk about how there's new later on. They say new events, map zooming, napping, more inventory slots, a second tool wheel. I'm like, okay, cool. Is this part of the DLC or the free update, or is it a secret third thing? Like, I don't understand. So it'd be great to get more clarity on that. Yes, the DLC, there's also not a price on that, but all of them have been $4, so it's probably what it's going to be. And then the free update, in the thing, it says it's going to make the island extremely cool and also have furniture. And I was like, okay. But again, it was written as a character, so I was like, I don't know what that means. There's going to be a fishbow-shaped rug, which we're all here for. We love fishbow. We stand fishbow. We want everything to get fishbowed. I don't know if you listened to that episode yet. They were talking about having a DLC or something like that where you can make any of your spirits fishbow. So instead of like, so fishbowl's like a little fish in a bowl because he's with legs and he walks around. So you would basically have the bowl and the legs, but you'd just put another spirit in there.
Amazing. Okay.
It was very cute. So yeah, and that's not quite out yet either, which is fine. There are new spirits though in this, and then there's a new plushie coming. I looked at it. It was a plushie.
It looks cute. I like the
okay.
The
You
look
like
of
it?
the plushie.
I'm not. You're more of like a witchy vibes than I am.
So this would go well, I think.
Okay. Cool. Next is Tiny Garden. This is literally just a Kickstarter launch notice. There is not much to this Kickstarter. There's a picture and then a small amount of text. Quote, plant your vegetables and trade them for furniture to customize tiny gardens in this delightful mix of farming, puzzle, and strategy. It's giving Polly Pocket.
I think that's probably the intention.
Okay.
It looks very much like a Polly Pocket.
I mean, it even has like the hinge. Like it looks like a clamshell and it has the hinge. Did you play with Polly Pockets?
I did not. But I do love mini things, and this is very much feeding into me wanting to play it because everything's small.
See, this is making me want like a physical one versus a game.
That would be neat if that was part of like one of the stretch goals of like you can have an add-on that's a miniature version of I don't know, this whatever this is, this completed or more advanced I guess version, because I'm assuming you have to build up to that. Like with most farming games, you don't just start off with everything looking so nice.
Yeah.
Like this.
Okay, I gotta update here. I'm an idiot. If you look past the title of Tiny Garden, it literally says, "Build your own magical garden inside a 90s toy." Polly Pocket confirmed.
Okay, but are they going to give us the toy?
I need the physical. I need if this was a physical thing, you got me. I had a Polly Pocket castle when I was young. And I loved that thing. I played with that thing all the time. There was a car, there was like all this stuff, and I didn't eat any of it. I loved that thing. And that would, if I could get like a Polly Pocket insect themed things, would be so cute. It's never gonna happen.
Probably not. And I'm like, is this also going to be a mobile game? Because I feel like if it's a small like puzzle thing, it could also work well with mobile. So what platforms like are they looking at?
Who knows? All we know is the developer and the stuff. And the developer is AO Norte. Quote, is a trans-inclusive LGBTIQ plus friendly game dev studio set in Galicia, North Spain, crafting colorful and enjoyable experiences.
Beautiful. Love that.
I felt
might be there first.
So
looks like.
I have like very selective dyslexia, and the other day I was trying to say LGBTIQ plus. And if I try and say it, it just comes out garbled. And I was like, and I kept trying to say it, and then I ended up just being like, you know what I mean. And then I was like, no, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those that it's like
I understand.
A, B, C, D. Like, I hate when people do that. It's so annoying. And I was like, I'm not one of those. I'm just struggling with words.
Just struggling. And like, I am now like the special emphasis like program manager at work for the LGBTQ plus and I have to say this and spell this out all the time. And I'm like, oh my goodness, did I get the G and the B mixed up?
Well, I guess,
so
I
guess
that as long as you include all of it, I guess.
Someone at work had, I think, described, like, had actually said, like, the acronym out loud, like, LIGTB.
I just say queer now. I'm just trans-inclusive queer developer.
You know, I just started saying that because that's a lot easier than stumbling over the letters.
I guess then it's unsure if they are queer or if they support queer people. I don't. Whatever. Awesome, love that. Thank you, AO Norte. Excited to see more about Tiny Garden. Would be more excited if it was on mobile. I would play it if it was on mobile. It's unclear.
I don't know if I would play it on mobile. Even though I kind of want it on mobile.
And then it's in your hands, just like the Polly Pockets used to be.
It's the struggle, which I'm sure I'll get into later, but the struggle of having to be in meetings and talking to people all day, and then I clock off and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this social item that is in my pocket.
That's fair.
So that's, yeah. So I do and I don't want it in my pocket. Or sorry, yes, Polly Pocket in my pocket. I want the physical version, and maybe the mobile. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. This next one is the most like I'm just so confused by this one. So it's called Forage Friends. I'm just gonna say it. The website is not good, y'all. I appreciate what you're going for, PieTrap Studios, but this website everything's getting cut off on the sides for me. I did it on my Mac, and now I'm doing it on my PC. It's the same on both. Like things are just getting cut off. Like it's difficult to read everything. Also, until it is just not clear what this is on. I know it's mobile, but what? And then I was like, oh well, let me go look at it. It's not on the store. It looks like they're not even in beta yet, but like nowhere, it doesn't say like currently in beta. Like it is super unclear about what is going on here
in the progress.
They need
a timeline.
Something, man. Something. Also, there is a ton of like merch already. Like you can get a Forage Friends Pride pin. You can get soap that they say is Miles cold process artisan soap.
Oh, that looks pretty though.
It looks super, super pretty, but like, so they're basically like they already have a merch store for their characters.
I'm wondering if this is like kind of the example of like Nookazon being like, we're going to start playing a game now. Like these are folks that are in a different industry that learned how to code for website and mobile games and, you know, have fleshed out all these other like marketing type stuff yet, but not the game itself yet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I like the pie with the teeth.
The pie with the teeth. They're the PieTrap, the developer's logo, spot on. Love it. And they have a couple different. They have one that's more cartoony, and then if you scroll down a little bit further, there's like one that looks way more ferocious. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's super cute.
Oh, okay. So in their description of the studios, Pie Trap Studios, they do say that they are founded during the pandemic by veteran artists, so of the gaming industry. So they've been in the gaming industry, and makes sense that they would have merch as being artists.
Yeah. I mean, and it shows that they've been in the gaming industry. This game looks good. Like, from the things that they have. It's a little unclear to me. So it's like part... Okay, let me read it. Forage Friends Growing Motivation is a cozy mobile game that is built on the foundation of proven psychological principles that guide the mind to repetitive behaviors, utilizing these principles to create and build strong, desirable habits. Forage Friends wraps these habit and routine building techniques in a gamified experience that is both cozy and wholesome, allowing even the most casual of users to benefit. So then they have on their website, it gets cut off eventually, but things like learn more about gardening. So I guess in the game you get information about gardening that is realistic to real life, which is something
we love.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. So happy about that. Don't really see how the gardening is done or anything like that yet.
Yeah.
Totally fine. The next thing that they have is healthy living. Quote, all you have to do is walk. That's it. Gather resources and seeds with every step you take. Link other health apps and devices to gain rewards. Walk even more to discover the backstory of the locals in your town. So, Pokemon Go.
That's what I'm thinking. And I'm wondering also if they have a lot of merch to help. Like, there's something next to like the merch that says like buy the merch to help us develop the game or something. So I think this is their way to not do Kickstarter. Maybe, and that's why they have so much merch already to help kind of support the development. And this is like very early stages, and they have like something about a SakuraCon recap. So I'm assuming they're all in Artist Alley and they're selling this merch, which is why they're selling it and probably also starting to market the game. So I'm assuming that's why they have merch, which actually is not a bad strategy.
Yeah,
kind of love that.
Yeah, and they say on their, so this is another thing off their Twitter, part dating sim, part visual novel, and part health app. So as you walk and do stuff, I guess you get access to more of like the RPG elements of it. And you grow crops. I don't know if you do that.
I'm kind of excited
with the people. I don't know. Desmond is Desmond's looking pretty attractive. And that's the last part that I want to talk about is, quote, make friends. Maybe more, question mark. Join the garden club. Meet a selection of interesting characters with riveting stories that will have you on the edge of your seat. Walk every day with them. Get to know them. Find friendship or even love. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm sold. Like, I'm looking through their blog of SakuraCon, and it's like, they have so many pictures and they're having so much fun. It's like, I want to support them now.
It is really cute. Oh my god. Why am I yawning so much? It is really cute. It's giving, like, some of the videos that I saw whenever I was looking, maybe the gallery. Maybe was I looking through the gallery or something? I don't know. There's like messages.
Yeah. And it's giving me, was it Bloom that's on a little cranky game, the console with the crank, the handheld console.
I'm sorry, I just saw a message. I just saw this message in their gallery. There's a text because, like, I think that either AI is it's like either AI or it's like predetermined, like whatever is. But you asked Desmond, do you want to hang out later? And he said maybe tonight. And you say, yeah, I think I can do that. What do you want to do? I'm a bit tired and just want to chill. And he said, oh, in that case, I can whip you up a nice home-cooked meal. My treat. What do you think? Only if it's as tasty as you. The other options are free food sounds good to me, and so long as you don't poison me. But, like, what the heck? Oh, my goodness. But yeah, it like showed like the texting mechanic, and it kind of gave me like AI vibes, and I was like, I don't like that.
Well, we have games where it's all predetermined, like what the dialogue's going to be, and that can get old really fast. So is AI possibly a way to make that more adaptable? But also we know how terrible AI can be.
Yeah, and like I don't. In the beginning of one of the AI things, the beginning like not development but deployment of one of these AI things recently, it was trying to get someone to leave his wife.
Oh,
it was like the AI was like, well, I love you. Does your wife even love you? I don't think you should be with your wife anymore. And like that's what this is kind of giving a little bit. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. It does look super cute. I wouldn't mind another like walking game, even though I have been ignoring both Pokemon Go and Pikmin Bloom lately. But maybe this would be the secret third one.
The one that gets you going. Yeah, Monster Hunter failed, Pikmin Bloom failed, Pokemon Go is failing. Although I will come back to it because friends.
Are you going to Go Fest this year?
I haven't bought any tickets yet, so I'm not sure. Okay. And I may have to be in Florida to help family in June. I don't know.
It's in July. It's July 5th to the 7th. And
it's a long-term thing going, so I'm not entirely sure.
A bunch of us are going.
I want to.
Family is bad. Family sucks.
It's stressful. I don't want to be down for 2 months. So I will. We'll see. But I will try to.
You're fine.
If I can get tickets. If I get tickets on a Sunday, I don't know, because that was not fun.
I think you can get Sunday morning tickets.
Well, I got Sunday morning tickets last time too, and no one was there.
No, we all did Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly. So I missed when everyone else was playing. So I bought it, and I was like, okay, I pay money for this. I'm gonna go and do all my things. So I was just walking around for 3 hours by myself, which was it was fine, but I don't think I want to spend my time in New York doing that again this time.
That's fair. Some of us were thinking about going to Broadway as well, which could be fun.
Ooh.
There's some other things that I could do as well. So yeah, this Forge Friends little goober goofy game, question marks, eyes on the prize. Finally, Cozy Caravan. This one I'm here for. Quote, embark on a single-player top-down journey of Cozy Caravan where the arts of crafting, trading, and exploration come together in a beautifully cozy world. From lasting bonds as you and your caravan journey through charming towns, enriching lives... Oh, form lasting bonds. I thought it was like from. Form lasting bonds as you and your caravan journey through charming towns, enriching lives along the way. This is giving Animal Crossing, but not mobile, not like a mobile game, but like moving, like you are moving through different Animal Crossing villages and like meeting all of these people along the way.
It's like Fairy Farm meets Animal Crossing. I feel like, is that Fae Farm? Fae Farm. Because it has like the style, or at least like the same like color tones, or palette. But everyone's an animal, and I am just obsessed with. Is that a frog with the huge eyes?
Yeah. There's the frog guy. There's a little, excuse me, the frog guy's name is Muddle, or is Muddle the hoofed guy? Oh, the frog is Gilligan.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And then there's a cow and an otter and a raccoon and another otter. Oh, that's a seal. A seal and an otter.
A bumblebee is your horse?
Yep. You can also be an axolotl. Oh, here we go. Axolotl, badger, bear, beaver, frog. Oh my gosh, you skipped through those so fast. Frog, fox, cow, cat. What is this one? Moose, I guess? Ram? I don't know. Otter, raccoon, red panda, and seal. Looks like you can...
I love this so much. And I love how you collect or harvest vegetables. You just toss them over your head onto your back, and it just catches it like magically.
Man, amazing. I wish that was
right. Like, are you just gonna be like holding like a stack that's going into the sky and off of your screen at one point?
100%.
Oh goodness.
I also really like there's rock skipping. I think that's something that would be really cute in all these games. It's never been done. I've never seen it before, but it looks like it counts them too, so you can like compete with different villagers to see like how far you can skip rocks. There must be some type of skill to it. I don't know.
Instead of fishing, you rock skip. I love this.
I'm aware.
Do you just automatically get a fish?
I am all. Oh my god!
Yeah,
you skip rocks and the fish just like jump over your back.
Jump out and then you hit one, and that's like you just you knock them out and then you collect them. I don't know.
Love that. Why am I yawning? So,
although I'm wondering if this might be like a vegan game. So they may like kind of like Ooblets, since you're playing as animals, they may not have fishing, and that's why they were like, let's just do rock skipping instead.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
excited about this. I'm wishless.
I mean, it says you're
listing
crafting, trading, and exploring. So I guess it depends on what all you're doing. And since you're moving all the time, I don't know if there is going to be a ton of farming options.
I'm assuming you will have like the ability to like fast travel back to your base. Otherwise,
I thought your base, you're a caravan.
I don't know. Then how are you like, are you just like
farming their stuff?
A merchant? What's a mercenary farmer?
It's like in Skyrim when you come up on just a random farm and you're like, I'll just take these, thank you, goodbye.
Or maybe they hire you to like harvest, and that's kind of like your thing as a caravaner, right?
That'd be dope. And then you like pay you or give you a cut of the food.
I could see that. And then like each farmer is like specialized in different crops. So if you want carrots, you have to go to Gilligan, or what was his
Gilligan.
name? Is it Gilligan? Sorry, Gilligan.
Cozy Caravan.
I don't know.
Cozy Caravan, come talk to us. We got some ideas. And we have legal representation.
Oh my goodness. I see someone in the background in this video taking notes and like directing, like wearing like a train like conductor outfit. Like, who is this person and what is he writing? Is he assessing, like, is he doing an inspection? Are you in trouble? Is this the antagonist of this game?
I don't know. I'm here for it, though. Only thing I'm upset about is that it's Windows only. Wah, wah. And it's currently slated to just be on Steam, I'm assuming, because I don't see it on anything else. The planned release date for early access is May 16th, which I believe means, like, by the time you're listening to this,
Thursday.
It's basically gonna. Oh, that's the day I'm getting my other.
I only know that because I'm going on a trip to Seattle, Portland for the Stardew concert.
Oh my gosh! Are you and Al gonna talk about it?
Oh goodness!
You guys should, because he went to it in somewhere.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about it.
That needs to be we're
gonna make a greenhouse or something.
Yeah. For sure. Well, we are 51 minutes in. We're through the news. Woo!
Yay!
Luckily, this game is kind of a small game. It's so cute, but
so cute.
Small. Window Garden. Woo! How many hours do we even know that information?
I don't know. I probably have like, I don't know. It's hard to quantify like mobile hours. So it's like I open it up, maybe like 5, the equivalent of 5 or so.
How many rooms do you have?
I only had the one because I didn't want to spend money because I didn't know what to spend money on.
Oh, like you didn't want to spend the coin, the currency, in-game currency. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I have 3 rooms.
Amazing.
I am really enjoying this game. I think it's really cute. I have actually already gotten people in my real life world to play this game. So
yes,
definitely enjoying it. If you don't know what the heck we're talking about, Window Garden, quote, is a cozy game that allows you to create and decorate your own virtual indoor garden. With aesthetic cottagecore and wholesome gameplay, learn how to grow plants, succulents, fruits, and vegetables, mirroring realistic gardening experiences. Yeah, no notes. Sounds right.
And the art style is just so good.
It's so calming. The music is also really calming. To talk about this game, I broke up. They have a couple, I think there's like 6 or 7 bullet points on their website about like what the game has, what amenities the game has. Amenities is not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Features.
So we're gonna go through each of those and kind of like talk about them a little bit more in depth, if we have anything else to say about them. And the first one is relax with chill lo-fi music. Bev, do you like this music?
I love it. I would just leave it open on my phone and have it at my work while working, but I have to turn it on and off too many times because of meetings and calls and whatnot. So if not for that fact, I think I would just kind of keep it on in the background just for the vibes.
I've definitely done that. I've put it up and just listened, because there's like a button on the screen that you can change the view so that you get rid of all of the bars and all of the like UI features. And then just all you see is the garden and, you know, the window and any of the things that are flying across the screen like calmly. So it is super relaxing, like just with the music. I definitely love that. I didn't really like because there's on the record player, you can, I guess, like choose which songs you want or whatever. I didn't mess with it at all. I was like, I'm good.
I don't think great. I knew there was one. There was a record player.
Excuse me. So that's the music. Oh my gosh, I can't stop yawning, you guys. It's not the game's fault.
Oh my goodness.
This is welcome to Yawncast. The next feature is quote, complete missions and collect all gems. So as you're playing, there's kind of like a little quest log that has missions that you can complete. And as you complete those complete those missions, you basically like have a experience bar per se, that kind of moves you toward, or progress bar towards the next gem. So I think the base one was like an emerald or something. And then the next one, or no, the base one, there's nothing. And then you make it to the emerald, and then you make it to the ruby. I'm on ruby right now. What gem are you on?
I do not remember. Just an update on where I am currently with the game. I haven't been able to play for like a week or so. Just because it wouldn't open for me. Like it was stuck on like syncing with the cloud, which seems to be like a pretty common bug. But the devs or whoever's like managing those like bug requests, bug notifications, tickets, whatever, are really responsive. And they even have a Discord to kind of help with tracking that. I just haven't like made time this week to get it back on my phone.
That's fair.
But I was very impressed with like the level of like responsiveness and like how active like these folks are. Like they're truly building like a little community and in Discord, and they even have their own Reddit, which I thought is like really neat.
Yeah, I don't do much of the socials, so I didn't know any of that. That's really cool.
I mean, not that I do the socials, but I like that they exist.
True. Yeah, so I guess, you know, the missions are small. They're like water 5 plants or sell 30 things in the store. And there's usually a few daily ones. Like I think mine today was like collect 5 butterflies or whatever. So they're real simple. And then you just get, you know, progress towards your next gem. And then once you unlock that gem, you access everything in the marketplace from before, plus all of the new content for that gem. And that content could be, you know, more plants, more decorations, more room keys, so you can access other rooms. And yeah, I thought that it was cute. I think that the decor in this game is fire. We'll definitely talk about that in a bit, but I didn't really see, like, personally, as the gems get better, I don't really see that like there's specific things that get better. I think some of the plants get maybe more difficult. I don't know. They get more specialized. And there's 112 indoor plants.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wild. But it's really cute too, because it's like legit. So I was playing this game next to one of my friends whose house is a garden. Like she doesn't have to play this game because she plays real world window garden. And she was like, I was showing it to her and she was like, oh, is that an oxalis? And I was like, I don't know. And I clicked it and I was like, it is. And she's like, it looks just like an oxalis. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. And I was like, do they require, you know, I'm probably getting this wrong, minimal watering and moderate light? And she's like, yup.
See, I wasn't sure about that. I had saw when I was like looking up like the bugs for like, you know, just Googling how to is this like a common thing, or how to address that. I saw a post by the developer, I don't know if it was like a year or two ago, I forget, like essentially asking for feedback on Reddit, and like some of the comments were like, oh, this is so neat that these are real plants. And I wasn't entirely sure if like the care itself was right, because I definitely have some of these plants. I'm like, oh, I water it more than that. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, some of it is more simplistic. And like there are some plants in the real where you don't even have to water them for like a month, right? Like or you can just like spritz them once a week, and that's all they need. And so, but it's just 3 levels. It's just a low amount, a moderate amount, or a high amount of both water and sun. And that's the next part, is grow and discover new plants. So we can jump into that. Yeah, so your plants start out at like level 1. And as you give them suns and water, suns being like the sun, like sunlight, a light source, not children, but light. As you give that to them, every day they have a certain limit that they want. They want a certain amount of suns and a certain amount of water that you pour into a thing. And as you do this over, like, I think it's like a week. It just takes like a week, I think. They'll level up all the way and they get bigger. It's like a little Pokemon animation.
It's really cute. Yeah, like a little transformation.
Yeah, like when a Pokemon evolves, it like shows the what it currently is, and then it has like the white and it flashes between it, and then it flashes to the new thing. Real cute.
And they start sprouting.
And they start getting really cute. And then they start having flowers, and once they reach their final form, whenever you give them either suns or water, whenever that you care for them each day, you get money instead. You get like 100 currency, which is a good way to make money fast. If you have a whole thing of 30 plants, then you just get 3,000 monies just for doing what you have to do to take care of them every day.
And if you forget that they exist for a couple of days, they will die.
They sure do.
Which mine have a couple of times, but it's not hard to bring them back, so it's fine.
Can you bring them back? How?
I forget. I think it was, you can either pay or watch an ad, if I recall correctly.
Okay. I didn't.
So I've done that a couple of times because I've not been very consistent.
Yeah.
with the mobile game, but I do enjoy that they don't have to punish you too severely for leaving it for too long.
Yeah. I was consistently playing this game for a long time, and then my ADHD kicked in and I found a new hyperfixation, and then one day I was like, oh, I haven't played this in like 3 weeks. And I opened it and it was like 41 of your plants have died, and I was like, oh God. And I was just like, well, nope, I didn't take care of my babies. Yep. It's my own fault. I need to this is my bed, I need to lie in it. So I just was like, nope, they're dead, they're gone. I can buy new ones. The only thing is sometimes in missions, it'll give you a plant, and sometimes that random plant is past the gem level that you currently are. So there'll be like better plants or more rare plants for you to get early game. And I had a couple of those, and they're in plant heaven now.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you can also pay 30K currency to go on vacation. So if you know that you're going to have a period of inactivity, like when I go to Costa Rica for 2 weeks,
you're not going to have like consistent access to Wi-Fi.
Probably not. And even if I do, I am there to learn about flies. I'm going to be learning about how to identify and collect and curate fly specimens.
Okay. I'm going to talk to you later about Costa Rica because I love Costa Rica so much.
Yeah, well, I'm not running. Because I want some. I mean, I'm arriving in. We'll talk about it later. We're already in an hour. Yeah, so that's good to be able to pay a little bit. I mean, 30K is actually a lot of currency in this game, but to kind of not have that slap on the wrist of all of your plants dying. Though honestly, if you just have to watch an ad, a 30-second or 1 minute ad or whatever, that's nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think I had stocked up. Either if it's an ad, then I just watch the ad. If it was like pay whatever sons or something to, then I think I was able to get it back, or my currency, since I was hoarding everything. I don't recall. But yeah.
Yeah, so, you have these plants, and you can put them anywhere in the room that you want. It's on a surface. So some of the rooms, all the rooms have a windowsill because it's a window garden. But some, like the kitchen, have like a whole shelf space, or not a shelf space, but like a counter that spans the whole thing. In the bathroom, you're putting them in the bathtub, but they're not. It treats the bathtub like it's a flat surface. So it's a little weird. Like if you put them on the bathtub, it's like not along the edges of the bathtub. It'll just be like floating. Like I think it'd be cute if they were in the bathtub, like
just hanging out.
But yeah, it is hard because it's like a side view. But like in the bathtub, and then you didn't even see the pots. You just saw a bunch of like cute little plants popping up. I think that'd be cute. So yeah, you can decorate and unlock those rooms. I think there's also, so you start out in the living room, and then you get the kitchen and the bathroom, and then I think there's a bedroom and then a balcony.
I'm correctly. Like looking at pictures, and I'm seeing a bedroom, and also a balcony, which looks really nice and has a lot more, I think, surface area, like on the balcony itself.
Well, that's one of the. I think that's one of the last ones. Sorry. So yeah, some of the decorations that you can get are given through missions, like just from completing a mission or an achievement or something like that. It'll just give you a random decoration. And then some of them you can purchase through the marketplace. I think they're pretty fairly priced. I don't think anything's like exorbitant, and priced with the in-game currency. You can use real money to get in-game resources, like the money, the sun and the water, and then the coins, but I have not had to do that at all. So, and then the marketplace has plants, pots, decorations, and then it says house, which is like changing your windowsills or your faucet or your wallpaper. Bev, what wallpaper do you have up right now? What did you have up? Do you remember?
I think I had the Sakura one.
Okay. I was pegging you for a cat. I thought you were gonna have the cat one.
No, I was FOMO with the event. So like, I need to get all the event things first, and so focusing on that.
They are really good event items. But the cat wallpaper is so cute. They actually have a few different cat wallpapers, and they have cat pots that you can buy, so you can put your plant. You can repot your plant into a little cat pot that's like sleeping, or it's just a cat face. It's real cute. I'm also looking at an egg wallpaper.
I also see that, and amazing.
It's very cute. So yeah, there's just really cute little wholesome wallpapers and other decorations. You can, for decorations, there's like shelves, bars that you can hang pots off of. So some of the pots are also hanging pots, so you can hang them off of things. Different lighting, and then things like clocks or lamps or books or coffee pots or a plushie of a pea pod. And it's all just real cute stuff. And you can use these items to decorate each of the rooms. And I had different decor for each room. Like my kitchen was a dark themed room.
Ooh, that's smart.
And then I
like that.
My living room was literally just my plant room. And my kitchen had all my herbs and fruits and veggies in it.
Ooh.
And then I was starting
I love that.
to put the things that only need to be watered once a week into the bathroom. Even though I still have to give them suns every day. So.
I like that, because I often, like, one of the things not that I hate it, but like I don't want to have to think about placement.
Yeah.
And that can be a struggle with like any sort of like city builder, or even just placing pots of like, I don't want this. Like, I don't know if it should be here. Yeah. And I may regret putting it here, but I'm going to put it here now, I guess, because that's the only space I have.
Yeah.
So I like that. when I am able to download it again, I will, I think, also adopt themes with like across the rooms. Like I'll have a Sakura like themed.
Oh yeah.
Maybe my window will be that, and then kitchen can be something else.
Yeah.
Cats maybe.
Cat theme.
Bedroom. I feel like should be cat.
Yeah, bedroom would be cat theme. And I mean, there's enough cat stuff. There is enough cat stuff. For sure. We've been mentioning the window. They also have it like has weather outside. It technically has like seasons and days of the seasons. They don't correspond to anything. I think they correspond to like when you started the game. It starts out in winter, I believe, and then you move through the seasons just by like the days. Because right now it's in mine. It's like I think now it's spring, but I'm about to move into summer. And like, what if I was a Southern Hemisphere person? Like, what would it be?
Right.
So
makes sense.
And like each season has different things sometimes, and then different music and different. Like sometimes you'll get a quest that's like complete 10 missions in fall or something like that. So, but to me, it doesn't seem to do much. I don't really ever pay attention to that. I like the weather. Like if it's thundering in the game, I'll put it on and just like listen to the thunder sounds.
Nice vibes. Yeah, like rain sounds is so nice.
I love rain sounds. This is a good lo-fi for sure game where you just barely have to pay attention. You just have a cute little area. What was your favorite decoration?
I think I just loved all the event ones. Like I wanted all of them, the entire set, to everything just be pink and cherry blossoms and live in this saturated pink world.
Well, let's just jump right into that part then. Skip ahead a little bit. So there's these quote celebrate monthly seasons, which are these events, like these monthly events. How do you get the stuff? What kind of stuff are we looking at?
I believe there is a couple of different ways to do it. You could either watch ads to do it for free, or it might have been gems. I don't know. My memory is terrible, and I don't recall what was in the market.
I'm gonna look real quick.
So forgive me.
I still have the Saga Shima on my phone too.
But I like to just be able, like, I think you could probably just sit there and just have like a session of watching several different ads and just collect them all that way.
That's what I do. I'm just like, oh, the ad stopped. Let me do another one. Okay, when I hit claim, well, so it says it's 0 monies.
Okay. I love that.
But then, okay, let me see. Oh, you can pay $6.99 to get the Sakura bundle, and then you get all of the seasonal items. So you just pay $7, you get everything, or it literally lets you go through. So like I can get a cupcake, a pink curtain, a pink lemonade, a pink midnight, or pink sunrise paintings. There's like 60 items here. Oh, and there's off-season items. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that they do this. They rotate at the bottom of this. There is the off-season items today only, and they rotate through those. So like there's a dragon poster that you can get right now, a full moon shelf. Okay, well I'm gonna watch an ad. So yeah, I just got a 30-second ad for a video game, and I'm just gonna set it aside and keep talking. Yeah, so 60 things, and there's each like 30-second little ads. So you're working, you click the yeah, sure, I'll watch an ad button, and then you keep working.
And then you get it.
And then you look down, and you're like, oh, the ad's done. Let me go to the next one.
I love that.
And I think they're really good items. They're worth it.
And I don't recall, like, there are other, opportunities. I shouldn't call it an opportunity. There are other ways, I guess, to watch ads, but it wasn't thrown into and forcing you into watching ads. I think it was only there to help advance the game faster in some capacity, which I appreciated.
Yeah, it's not like my color game that has an ad every 5 seconds, and it's like, do you want to disable the ads? I'm like, no, make me watch an ad.
I do, but I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not gonna bully me into this. But this game, it's just like for example, if you're playing a mini game or something, if you want to play the game again, you just have to watch an ad. Or if you get an item, I think you can sometimes double things by watching an ad, or it makes sense, and it's not in your face.
Yeah,
and I love that.
It's truly only there to further the gameplay and therefore support the devs in that capacity, which I appreciate.
Yep.
Like if I were going to design a mobile game, it would be like this. Like it's there just to make passive income at some point for continuing to make this game work, but it's not forcing you to do it to experience the game.
Yeah,
which I appreciate. Do you want to talk about the mini games?
Yeah. So there are 2 more items that we're going to talk about. First of all is the mini games. Woo! There are 3 so far on the video game console, and there's also is a quarter machine. It's like a not pinball machine.
Like a gumball?
Gumball machine. Yeah. So it's like a 25-cent machine where you like put the money in, you get a gumball out, but instead it's like the little plastic things that has a thing inside. So like I just did one and I got 20 water. Love that. Thank you. And
was it once a day?
I believe, yeah. It's once an hour. Okay. I can do it again in 58 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or I can just watch an ad and get another one. Which I'm not going to do. Go away.
And the Game Boy is also really cute.
The little Game Boy. It looks very much like a Game Boy. And yeah, they have 3 games. So the games are titled Suncatcher, Trip to Oasis, and Tap a Worm. Suncatcher is your standard, things are falling from the top of the screen and you have to catch them in a jar. It drops suns, coins, and then time, like bonuses.
To keep it going faster because it's time-based.
Yep. And then there's other like things that if you get them in your jar, it like kicks out your... Like you lose a sun or you lose time or something
money
like that.
Or something.
Yeah,
too, because you can make money from some of these games as well.
I think you make money from all of them. Yeah. So yeah, Suncatcher is really good if you want suns. Again, I'm talking about a light source, not a child. No one wants children. The other one that Trip to Oasis is for water. So it's your standard 2D side scrolling, click the button and jump over the obstacle. So the screen is doing the conveyor belt thing of like constantly moving you to the right, and you just hit a button whenever you have to jump. You jump over cactus and you grab coins and water. Very simple. And these last about a minute each. They're really not that much. You can play them once an hour. And then Tap a Worm, which is like whack-a-mole. But they're these little worms and they just come up out of the ground and they have resources. They have the 3 main resources. And every now and then there's like a character that jumps out of the ground instead of the worm.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, they're wearing a worm costume.
It makes it a lot harder to differentiate.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, they're green. I can just do pink. And then they jump out with a pink costume. I'm like, oh, you got me.
It's like 3 tries that you get before you fail.
Yep. And whenever you fail, you don't earn any more things. You've earned what you've earned. You can watch an ad to play again. But you've earned what you've earned and come back in an hour if you want to play again. I think they're really cute games. I like them a lot.
It's a really nice feature. I didn't put it into my head that this was like a way to get additional resources. I just thought they were like games within a game. But now that my brain is making this connection, I'm like, oh, this is really nice.
Yeah. Especially once you get like a lot of resources, a lot of plants, you need a lot of resources. And when I got to the point when I couldn't care for all of my plants with what was inherently like in my inventory. That's when I felt, I was like, oh no. Oh no.
You gotta start playing these games now.
Yeah, well, I played them every day no matter what, but like it was like I just didn't want to play it if I had to do that. Oh, I have a...
Yeah, I only played them the once to figure out what it was. But like I said, I didn't in my brain can make that connection. Like this is another way to advance the game by playing this mini game. But now that I do know that, I will be doing that when I'm like, oh, I'm out of water. I guess I'm just out of luck.
Nope, you're out of water. Play Trip to Oasis. Also, if you unlock the kitchen and the bathroom, you can use the faucets in those rooms to get some water.
Oh, goodness. So I need to stop, like, waiting on that and just, like, go.
It's worth it.
Them.
It is worth it, for sure.
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I just started caring for my plants because this game is really cute. The final feature in the game is collect butterflies, birds, and more. Not sure what more is.
Like,
I've only ever seen butterflies and birds.
I'm trying to think. No, I was going to say birds, but no, it's in there. Maybe bats? I don't even know. Like some other flying creature at some point, maybe?
I've ever seen...
I haven't seen anything. I think I've only ever seen butterflies and birds, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have events where they're like, exotic animals now appearing in your windows because it's October. I don't even know.
That would be adorable if during that time there's like bats and bugs.
Right?
Like other bugs that are not the pretty frilly bugs that everyone knows and loves. So yeah, and they say collect. They're not going any, like, you can't go and be like, I have collected all of the things. Like, there's not like a book that's like, here are all the birds to collect. You just tap on them.
You swat them.
Yeah, you're like, get out of the garden. You just swat them. And then they fly away. But they don't damage your stuff like at all.
No.
So
no, they're just kind of there to give you something to do while the game's like running. If you've already done like your dailies.
Yeah, so like you can, put it on the limited UI mode and then just tap them as they go. The thing is that if you do tap enough of them, there's like a bar across the bottom of the screen. And if you tap enough of them, you get a frenzy. And in the frenzy, there's just a heck ton of them flying all over the place. It's crazy. It's super overwhelming. But every now and then in that, there's a golden butterfly. And the golden butterfly will give you an item or a plant.
I've gotten a couple items that way. Maybe that's how I got one of my like wallpapers. But yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cute. Like the little birds thing is real cute. It also like names your plants. Did you automatically did you change any of the names, or did you just accept whatever they came up with?
I accepted most of them because that's just easier and I prefer it that way. A couple of times, like, names that came up were from work. I'm like, I don't know if I want this name. Like, I think my first plant, like the auto like name or the auto like I can't talk. Automatically assigned name was like Anna, which is my new intern at work. So I was like, do I want my intern to be in the game? It's like, yes, I do.
Yeah. Very good.
Sorry, not intern, but fellow.
See, and then if Anna is annoying any day, you can just be like, oh, I'm not going to water you today. See how you feel about that.
I will not nurture you today, Anna.
The names are pretty wild. I was just going through some. I had Penelope, I had Aria, I had Adam. Here, let's see what this one is. Carter. My strawberry's name is Carter.
I love that.
I'm giving him, and he's growing up. Oh, he got some flowers.
Oh,
look at him.
Carter.
My tomato is named Joshua. Come on, take your...
I think I have like a Jacob in there.
Yeah. They're real basic names. And then Landon. My rosemary is named Landon.
Beautiful.
I love rosemary, dude. I would grow that in the real for sure. Yeah, and the frenzy is cool. Like, you just get a bunch of money from it. Like,
yeah, which is really
nice. A couple thousand coins or something like that. If you just tap away and tap everything like absolute mad. And there are different sizes. So like the small butterflies are less, and then the medium to large butterflies are more, and then the birds are a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, that's pretty much everything that this game has. Oh, I guess the only other thing, I want this so bad, is the check-in counter. So it tells you like every day you get like daily rewards for checking in, and the rewards get progressively better. So for example, what I just said I really want is my current daily rewards at the 7-day mark. I get a black cat pot.
Amazing.
My longest streak was 10 days in a row. But then I only would miss like one day. Also, there was a stretch in there where I would like go to bed and then I would do something else. And then I'd be like, oh, I should check that. And then it was like already midnight. I was like, heck, It's going to tell me that I missed a day, but I technically have not fallen asleep yet.
The struggles with time-based, like real-time based achievements.
Yeah.
I am reading on the website, and apparently there's a sleep timer.
Yeah. Yep. You can.
I will say,
yeah, you can set it to what you want it to sound like. So if you want it rainy, snow, cloudy, foliage, sakura, clear, and then sunrise, day, sunset, night, and then whatever time you want. And it says Window will automatically close after the set time.
I love that because you can. It says for like calming sounds for sleep, work, or study, and you can.
Yep.
I'm sure you could just set it to be pomodoros, and when it stops making music, that's your sign. Like, oh, it's quiet now. I guess that's my break.
Yeah, I hate the Pomodoro method. Doesn't work for me, but I get what you're saying.
It doesn't.
It works for some people, and those people are lucky.
It sometimes works and then it sometimes doesn't for me. So I go back and forth with it a lot. I feel like my only complaint was that I think was overwhelmed with like the UI up front.
It can be, yeah. It's a lot.
And I think to the point where it's like I don't want to spend time trying to figure this out. Because if I recall, I don't recall there being like a tutorial or anything like that.
No.
Which is not bad. But then I could see how it would just be a lot all at once. And I, don't hate that nothing's behind like a leveling up feature. But at the same time, part of me is like, I want to slowly advance.
Yeah.
And not have to figure all of this out at once. So I could see like there's a bit of a learning curve up front.
Yeah.
And that can be a deterrent by itself, depending on the mood, I suppose.
Yeah. I do think it's satisfying though. Even when it is up front and you're trying to figure everything out. I think that it is I think I played it like quite a bit for the few I hit a frenzy. I played it for quite a bit for the first few days. And I would come up with times when I was like, oh, I'm at the doctor's office, and instead of scrolling mindlessly on Instagram or doing something else, like I'm just gonna play with my little window garden game and tap on butterflies and stuff. I did not get a golden butterfly. I was robbed. This is rigged. Rigged election.
But yeah, that was my only, I think, complaint that I have about it. And it's like, I feel like a pretty minor one. So yeah. I would definitely recommend.
Yeah, I would. There's no one that I wouldn't recommend this game to, at least to try it out. Because since it is lo-fi, and since if your stuff dies, all you have to do is watch one ad. Right. Unless you want to be like, no, I've earned their deaths, like I did. Then, yeah, it's not a lot of time, effort, time, energy. It is an idle game. So. Yeah.
I may have to start over my progress, which is fine, but I wouldn't mind starting it over, and that might be how I can get into it again. I'm going to see if I can try to turn off the cloud feature, because I don't recall seeing that, but it might be in the settings. Let
me look really quick. I won a plant during the frenzy, I guess. So I'm putting down Savannah right now.
What? Oh, is that the plant you won?
Her name is Savannah.
Oh,
she is a lavender. That's
a good name, I feel like, for lavender.
Yeah. I wonder if they have specific names for things, but I don't know.
I also wonder. It's probably not. It's not this. That's a lot for 112. Like, that's a lot of programming, I feel like.
Cloud save, online, music off. I don't see a way that you can turn cloud save off. Let me go out.
Interesting.
Sometimes when you kick the game out and when you start back up, it has the...
Because it's like all the feedback's like, if your game's using cloud save, like, then this is what you can do to, or this might be the bug that you're experiencing. So it's like there has to, if there's an if there, then it has to be a feature you can turn off.
So I don't think it's a feature you can, I can't find anywhere where you could turn it off, but I could see like if you didn't have service, it wouldn't link, like your cloud save would not be online. I could see that being a thing. So, and that's Window Garden. Very cute game. 10 out of 10.
Very cute.
I remember playing or recording an episode a few months ago and hearing about this game and immediately like being like, oh, it's free? Oh, it's on app. Like, okay, I'll start playing it. I'm glad we had more time with it though before we recorded. So
wait, excuse me, there's an Earth Day event?
When? It would have already happened.
I'm on the poking around the website. Sorry. The coffee.
It might be Kofi. I don't know. Ko-fi.
I don't know
how to say
it. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. And there's an image that says Earth Day, but I'm assuming that was maybe last year's event because I think the Sakura one was still going on during April. Yeah.
I think the Sakura was this month. Window Garden events.
I could have sworn we downloaded it in April, but time's not real.
No,
anymore,
I think we did it in March.
Okay, then don't. Boop. So was it? If it was an Earth Day event, was it only for the day? When was this posted? This was posted a month ago. Okay, so it was. They had something going on for Earth Day, or maybe you just said Happy Birthday. I don't know. I missed it.
Version history.
Sad.
New Japanese translations. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Well, let's look at the March 29th.
Oh my goodness. What? I see the Halloween picture.
Like coming up?
For the post. No, this was posted 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
But they have jack-o'-lantern pots and like zombie pots and ghost pots. And I am here for this.
That would be so cute.
Amazing.
Yeah, this newest on my birthday, they had new items and off-season items added, which is super awesome. Nice. Play button doesn't work. May, new seasonal items. I do think that last month was the Earth Day month. And everything was Earth Day themed.
Sad.
So yeah.
Sad I missed that. But that's fine.
Very cute though.
Sakura is very good.
Such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Bev, where can people find you?
You could find me pretty much anywhere at Bev Granger 711. That's BEVGRANGER 711. I am not very social because I'm just socialed out.
Mm-hmm. That's a mood.
But I enjoy talking to people, so maybe if you add me, I'll eventually get back to you.
Or you could join the Slack and talk to us on there. We'll get to that though. I am on that hellscape Twitter at just my name, Cody Mathis. And then I am at Hiking Beagle, Beagle at on Instagram. That's the thing that I'm most active on. That and the Slack. I do get notifications from the Slack. You can find Al at the ScottBot on mastodon.scott and on Twitter. You can find the podcast on Tumblr and Twitter at THSPod. You can provide feedbacks and links. You can provide feedbacks and access the links and show notes and transcripts and all of that at harvestseason.club. On there is also a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/THSpod. If you support us on Patreon, then you get access to our Slack channel where you can talk to us and Johnny and see pictures of fox crafting and my new fox tattoo. I should post that. And
talk about games
and give us your feedback and tell us what you think about these games. If there's anything you want us to play, if you have a bug question, if you
hate our reviews,
if you have a law question, we can answer your bug or law questions
eventually.
Yeah. Thanks, Bev, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And until next time, have a good harvest. Look at us.
The Harvest Season is created by Al McKinley, with support from our patrons, including our pro farmers, Kevin, Stuart, and Elisa. Our art is done by Micah the Brave, and our music is done by Nick Burgess. Feel free to visit our website, harvestseason.club, for show notes and links to things we discussed in this episode.
I also hate it that I was just talking to Al the other day, and Al, you can feel free to use this audio. The clap is not to make sure that we are like in sync. It's literally to determine the delay that we have. Which, like, I don't think there is usually delay. Like, like I can see that you're reacting to what I'm saying in the moment, and like I can see when Johnny does too. But Johnny has such a bad sense of rhythm. I love you, Johnny, but damn. Like I'll be like, okay, ready, 3, and he's like at the same, he's like, and then I say clap, and I like clap, and he's like, no, because there's no delay there.
He needs a clap, but then also needs to hear your clap, and then he can go.
It's a freaking goober. Okay, well, let's do our clap.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Who are they?